This is the best LeBron low top sneaker we've had since the LeBron 8. Hey, what's good guys? This is Nightwing2303 from WearTesters.com. Today we got a detailed look at these bad boys right here. This is the Nike LeBron 15 Low. Now these are not brand new anymore. I have played in these, so I'll give a little bit of my thoughts, but I want to run in them on different courts and things like that like I normally do. I never give a performance review off of one wear. We're not in this to be first, we're actually here to give you guys the best and most accurate information possible. But with that being said, let's go ahead, get right into it. So not too much has changed between these and the LeBron 15s. However, some things definitely have, and for the better, in my personal opinion. And the traction is one of those things. So while the pattern itself has not changed, the actual implementation of the pattern has. The LeBron 15s that you can see right there, they actually had different pods on the outsole, whereas this is one full outsole. And each of those pods actually had the traction pattern going in a linear direction. So they were kind of like just all these little diamond shapes going kind of like blades along the entire sneaker. This guy right here actually turns them around, makes it look like they're actually moving in a circular motion, which I think is awesome because it's going to give you a little bit more lateral coverage, which is something that I completely noticed just in the warm-ups of the game that I played in these guys. Playing in the actual game was fantastic. But again, that was only on one specific court. And while there's more dust on these than I thought there was, the court itself was really, really clean. So it's not like it was anything like I normally play on. So I'm gonna, hold judgment on the actual outsole itself until I've done my rounds on the typical 24 courts, the other high schools that I play at, and all that kind of good stuff. But so far, I like what they've done. I like the change. It's subtle, but I think it's gonna make a slight improvement over the original. Now, the cushion is another thing that has changed. I love that we have a newer midsole design. There was a stretch where the tooling of the LeBron lows were literally the same for a good handful of years. It was really getting annoying. So I'm glad that they're switching things up a little bit. They did do that with the LeBron 11 and 12 lows, I think it was. Or maybe it was the 12 and the 13 lows. But whatever it was, those weren't the best. I can't remember which one it was, but I had severe ankle issues in that shoe because of a lack of stability. These guys right here don't have that issue, which is great because I had stability issues in the LeBron 15 mids. I'm not having the same issue here. These I feel really, really comfortable in. So the midsole itself is Phylon. The airbag in the back is just an Air Max unit. That's my one real critique, is that I wish that they would have done Max Zoom in this section right here. I know that they could do it. They did it in the KD7s. Now, while this unit is a little bit longer than what was used in the KD7, I still think that this would have worked really, really well. Maybe they're working on it, maybe they're not. I really don't know. All I know is that that's the one thing that I wish that was different on these guys. Now, in the forefoot, there's Zoom Air. You can actually see that through the clear outsole, which I thought was interesting. It's fairly similar in shape to the Nike PG2. I don't know if the sizes are exactly the same or anything like that. Like the widths in these guys look a little bit smaller. It looks like a smaller circumference or whatever you might want to call it as far as the airbag itself goes. The thickness might be the same, I'm not sure. All I know is that they're super comfortable. Like I gotta say, I really thought that those were comfortable, but these just feel more along the lines of stable comfort, whereas those are extreme bounce comfort. And then like I said, the midsole right here, especially at the lateral end, there's actual support there. You got an outrigger. I mean, this is awesome. This is great. The materials have not changed, so right around the build of the upper is where you see things to be really, really similar to the LeBron 15 mid. The only difference is that they kind of took off that stretchy compression collar area at the top, which I think is great because, for one, the shoe just looks funny on me. Like those ones back there, they make my legs look super thick. My legs are super thick, but it accentuates that by a few degrees, and I don't like how they look. So while I love the LeBron 15s, visually or aesthetically, I just can't mess with them casually. They just look funny on me. These guys, they reduce all of the unnecessary material that's up at the top, because those are essentially a low top, and they just make it a low, and I think that looks great. I think they look good on foot as well, at least in my opinion. There is still some of the stretch battle knit or fly knit, whatever it is that you want to call it, right here at the tongue area, so it makes your entry or access inside the shoe really smooth, really easy. These are not a pain to get on, and it makes that tongue area real comfortable as well. The rest of the battle knit upper is identical to those guys. There's not really any real difference, at least not in my opinion. Now, as far as sizing is concerned, I personally went true to size. There is a little bit of extra length in the shoe where I feel like you could have gone down half a size, or I could have. So I'm going to say if you're a wide footer, you're probably going to be good going true to size. Narrow footers might want to consider going down half a size. People with regular standard feet, you might want to just go try them on just in case, because true to size might work for some, but if you like a little bit more of a snug fit, you might want to go down half a size. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Just a quick overview. Again, I only played in these once so far. It was in my opinion, a great experience, at least my first experience. I will say though that I had a great first experience in the LeBron 15 mids, and the more that I played in them, the less I like them, so maybe that'll happen here. I'm not thinking that it will, just because I really like the way that these feel. So that's why I don't review things after one wear. It's the most inaccurate thing that you can do. It's really deceptive to your audience as well. It's not helping anybody out. You might be getting views, but the consumer is getting really garbage information. So make sure you do your due diligence, properly test the shoe before you actually put out a performance review. But if you're interested in these guys, they are available right now in a couple of different colorways over at eastbay.com. I'll leave a direct link in the description box below for anybody interested. Again, I think that this is the best LeBron low that we've actually had since the LeBron 8 low. I really love those. Those were awesome. Probably my favorite LeBron. Maybe not ever, but one of them. It's in my top 5. These guys, they might be next, you never know. But let me know your thoughts on these down below in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for all your support. And until next time, guys, have a good one.